Hi, I'm Angelina, and I'm a kleptomaniac. Why did this happen? I don't know. It's just that, lately, I've been tired of monotonous, boring days. Even my boyfriend Edvard couldn't make my life any different, especially since he started to disappear often at his father's work. And suddenly, an interesting memory came up. One day, long ago in kindergarten, I stole a teacher's wallet. Then she panicked and questioned each of us in her room. I remember the children coming out of there crying. I was terrified waiting my turn because her wallet was in my purse and angry babysitters were standing next to her. One of them rudely took my hand and led me to the room where the strict and exhausted teacher was sitting. I tried to look like I was a good girl and didn't need a shot. The teacher carefully looked at me, fluttering my angelic eyes, then said, "Go. I don't think it's you." I was struck by the feeling, which then overtook me, of fear and fun. After all, the teacher could have just reached out and opened my purse. Probably that was the adrenaline. This memory has awakened something in me. One time, I was visiting a friend of mine and stole her father's expensive iPhone. It wasn't even half an hour before her dad noticed the absence of his phone. Everyone started searching. It was nowhere to be found. Then her dad looked at me and locked the door. He first asked me if I'd taken the phone, and my knees were shaking. When he was given a negative answer, he ripped out my backpack and threw all its contents onto the table. There was no iPhone. Seeing my innocent and frightened face, my friend cried, and her father apologized to me and left. From that day on, I started stealing. First, small things at school, in the dining room, in the clubs where I took classes, and one day, I stole from a nurse who came in to give my mother a shot. It got worse. I stole the first thing at the supermarket, and when I went through the cash register, I was filled with the greatest fear. I can't remember how I got to the subway. I thought I was being followed by a security guard, and when somebody shouted to me, "Angelina, stop!" I almost died. I got pulled over by my boyfriend Edvard. I couldn't recognize him for a while. Turns out he was watching me and saw me hiding chocolate in my bosom. He asked me, "What, are you hungry?" I gave him the chocolate quickly and ran away. I got caught stealing from a store once. The angry owner took me to the police. I cried. The policewoman calmed me down because I lied that I was hungry and wanted to eat. She went to a cafe, bought me something to eat, and talked to me for a long time. She let me go home on my word of honor. Then, I guess, she was shocked to see that her wallet was empty. And why did I get in her purse? The next day, a policewoman came to our school and together with the principal, interrogated me. I told the whole truth, and I promised to return the gold medals that the school athletes had won. I stole them from the principal's office. I was sent to the psychologist for compulsory treatment. Life has returned to its boring course. One day, my boyfriend Edvard called me to his father's work. I could hardly make myself go there. But the name of the office gave me the shivers. Municipal Serpentology Center. What? Edvard gave me a tour around all the laboratories and terrariums of this center. The sight of these dangerous, poisonous snakes, spiders, black widows, solpugids, and jellyfishes alone caused a storm of emotions and adrenaline in me. It turns out that Edvard himself is a fan of adrenaline, but he found his a better use for peculiarity. He takes care of these reptiles, knows each of them by name, their character and habits. I felt that I was beginning to like it all, when suddenly Edvard screamed, "Stop! Don't move! On your hair is crawling Latrodactys tridecim gutatis," and ran after the flask. What I felt then can't be compared with anything. Edvard carefully, lovingly took off the baby black widow from my hair and calmed it down for a long time. It turns out that he was not worried for me, but for him. Oh well. Since then, I've stopped stealing and started caring for cute and useful creatures. Write in your comments. Have you ever stolen? And how do you feel about poisonous reptiles and insects?